So I recently made a video on how getting lean will change your life, and I recently received a comment that said, how do you deal with fat loss plateaus? And this is by Prod Kashkari 3075. And I realized, like, when I made that video, it was coming from, I was coming off as passionate. I wasn't bashing. I was just saying how it could change your life and to hold yourself accountable. So what good would that do if I'm just trying to shout at you guys, making you guys feel bad, but not giving you guys the information to go about how to change your life? And in this day and age of AI, you could use AI tools, but I'm a personal trainer. I'm a fitness coach. I train people in person and online. I've been doing it for 2 years. So what good would that do if I didn't give you the information on how to specifically implement it into your real life so that you have no excuse to when it comes to this, okay? So now I'm gonna show the presentation. Listen to this video, take notes, immediately apply it to your own life. If you don't, you're wasting your time. Click off of this video if you're not gonna listen to what I say in this video. All right, so this is why you're not lean and you're in a fat loss plateau. You think that you need to slash calories, starve yourself, eating one meal a day, no carbs, eat salads, kind of like all the restrictive things you could think of under the sun. And that's why people resort to retatrutide or peptides, things like that. People think you need to do more cardio. When you think you need to lose weight, you think you need to run, move more. To some extent, that is true, but this is the extreme end. People tend to take things too much to the extreme. It's not black or white. There's a gray area in terms of fat loss, right? You see the number on the scale drop every time you look at it. You're expecting the number on the scale to drop every time, and then you freak out when the number doesn't move, okay? You're basing your emotional reaction in that number every time, and it doesn't make sense, okay? Just to know that I know what I'm talking about. These are my in-person clients. This is my homie that I've transformed. So I help people transform their lives for a living, especially in fat loss. Now, for me, right, I never had to personally go through a fat loss journey myself. I had to be skinny and then get lean and jacked and muscular. Even that's a journey in itself. It's not easy because I grew up naturally not having an appetite. So you can learn a thing or two from me. Prevention is the number one thing. You don't want to get yourself put in a situation and have to dig yourself out of that hole, okay? That's where I'm helping you guys do. So, based on that person's comment, what levers do you need to pull in order to lose weight? Okay, there's 5 things. If you focus on these 5 things, yeah, you can talk about any other thing. Forget about that, okay? Just take notes. Stop thinking of assumptions. As long as you follow these 5 things, you are going to lose weight no matter what, because if you follow it to the T, if you're consistent mostly on the daily, you're going to drop 15 pounds in the next 60 to 90 days. If you adhere to it 100%, you're going to see the results faster. If you adhere to it 50% of the time, you're just going to double the time. That's pretty much it. Okay, so the first lever you got to pull is a calorie deficit. If you eat mainly whole foods 85% of the time or 90% of the time, you're not going to really need a track, because naturally you can't overeat on apples as you can like Doritos, right? And if you don't know what calories are, then this is something that you need to look into and track, especially if you don't know how many calories are in each certain food, so that you can get an idea of how much you're putting into your body and then how much your body actually needs. So you would go on a calorie calculator, you look that up online, you answer the questions honestly in your stats, and it's going to give you an estimated amount. And then how you know if you're on the right track is you use this, you track your calories in tandem with weighing yourself on the scale every single day. And then you weigh the weekly trends. Second thing is protein. A lot of people undereat protein. Not a lot of people get their minimum daily requirement, which is that 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. So just think of it like this. If you're a 200-pound person and your goal is to get 150 pounds, you want to eat 150 grams of protein. Or at least if you're 200 pounds, you use this ratio. So 200 times 0.7, whatever number that gives you, you eat that amount in grams of protein. Whole foods. Honestly, you could lose weight as long as you switch to whole foods. The problem is nobody does that. 80-90% of people don't do that. They don't switch to whole foods. And whole foods meaning it's not packaged, it's not processed. It's literally a single whole ingredient food, like chicken, rice, and broccoli. It works. Everybody knows that. But people don't eat it because they don't like it. It's not sustainable. And the thing is, you're overcomplicating it. You think like you got to eat dry, bland, and boring, but chicken, rice, and broccoli or eggs and toast doesn't have to be boring. Like, look at my meals. Okay, yeah, like the mac salad is a little processed, but if I had white rice right here, it would still do the trick. And I have chips because I know how to manipulate my calories and macronutrients, things like that, to my liking. I eat whatever I want because I eat like this 80-90% of the time. Like literally I'm eating eggs, 4 eggs in the morning. When was the last time you had 4 eggs in the morning? Like, can you eat 6 eggs in the morning? You can't say that you won't be hungry and get cravings later on because you'll be full as hell from those eggs. And my crutch is ketchup. Because obviously Whole Foods, if you eat it by itself, it's pretty boring. Yeah, I'll be honest. That's why you use sauces, 0-calorie sauces. Ketchup isn't a lot. I like to douse a lot of ketchup because that's just me. I'm a ketchup lover. If you're someone who's coming from my stories or Instagram, you know that I love ketchup, and you pay pretty close attention to what I eat. Like literally, this is what I eat. And then on the weekends, I'll eat one meal here and there because I can control myself and I don't eat like a complete gluttonous fat ass, right? All right, strength training. This is gonna be the long-term mover. This is what's gonna really level up your physique. Because, like for example, let's go back here. If you you can do this. This is possible. If you slash calories, do more cardio, more running, more steps, you can get lean in an unhealthy way. Or it looks like you're a sick patient. You're gonna look flabby. You're gonna look flat because you probably cut out carbs and things like that. Strength training is gonna be a key because it builds muscle. Because what happens when you lose weight? It's very stressful to the body. It's catabolic. It's not anabolic at all. So you need some sort of resistance training to give your body a reason to keep that muscle. Because when you lose weight, if you lose weight too aggressively, you're not only going to lose fat, but you're going to lose muscle. Which is why people who don't train but go on a weight loss journey, they look like a smaller version of themselves. They don't look toned. They don't look the good. Like they think they're gonna get abs from losing weight. No, you got to strength train. You got to work out to some extent. And well, honestly, what gave me an insane transformation was I literally just trained 2 times a week for my upper body for the past 2 years, and it's never been more than an hour for the most part. I try to keep it under 60 minutes because I don't like spending a long time in the gym. Like I want to go, I don't know, play League of Legends or something. And that's another video. If you're coming from my personal development videos, like, yeah, I struggle with video games, but like video games is like a balance. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. You want to prioritize compound movements with progressive overload. Yep. And then steps. Most people don't really get over 5,000 steps. When was the last time you tracked your steps? Like go on your watch, go on your phone. How many steps do you get on average on a week-to-week basis, on a month-to-month basis? So that's one of the easiest low-hanging fruits is to walk more. Just get 6,000 to 8,000 steps. If you do that consistently over time, that's going to create enough support to put you in a deficit if you track your calories. But overall, you just need movement. It's just healthy for the body. It's good for your mental health. You go on a walk, you get some sunlight, and that's all you need to do. Most people stay indoors. They play games or they're too busy with their job. They don't bother to step outside for like 5 to 10 minutes. Hell, people don't even go on a walk after their meals. And that's why they feel bloated. Their blood sugar crashes and it doesn't stabilize from the walking, right? Honestly, and then just understand that progress isn't linear. This is one of my clients and she doesn't have the same 30 days as a guy, okay? So if you're a guy watching this, it's going to be even easier. Because she has a menstrual cycle. So her weight's going to go crazy, see, starting February. But as we progress towards May, she's going to eventually see a trend. It's like the reverse S&P 500. If you don't know that, it's stocks. But it doesn't matter. Progress isn't linear. Her weight, if you go on a day-to-day scale and you see the weight jump, let's say you cover off, forget the rest. Like if you saw this, most people give up here. Most people give up here because this is what you call your fat loss plateau. Chances are, if it hasn't been longer than a month or two, it probably hasn't been longer than 2 to 3 months. Maybe if it's 2 to 3 months, you're probably doing something wrong. But even within the first few days, the first few weeks, you can't even get past this part. Chances are, right? Give it some time. And if you're doing the right things, you're pulling the right levers, you're going to lose weight over time. You're not giving yourself enough grace, enough time, enough consistency to actually see it through. And that's why you're in this fat loss plateau. That's what most people call a fat loss plateau, because they haven't lost weight in 1 or 2 weeks. It's not, they don't think months, okay? If you haven't lost weight in months, then obviously you're clearly doing something wrong, right? And that's why patience and staying consistent is the most important thing. It's not a sexy answer. You guys already know that. I'm not showing this video to remind you guys on why, like, we all know that. Like, the thing is, like, I'm making this video. The point of me making this video is to give you guys an answer and no excuses, so that when you do try, you don't have any excuses as to why you can't do it. You have information on the internet. This video is low-key a waste of time for me, because not a lot of people are going to watch this. Not a lot of people are going to apply. And, you know, it's just another reminder. I just want to post this video just for the sake that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that, at the end of the day, results matter. It doesn't matter what you say or what you feel or what you've done. I've trained over hundreds of clients. I've transformed many of them. I've transformed myself. So my proof of concept, I know what I'm talking about. And you need to remember your why. Your why is the most important thing at the end of the day. Your mind is a powerful tool, because this person and his mindset is not the same as this person and his body and his mindset. Because even then, this is like when I was already actually self-developed. This is when I got a girl. This is when I settled. This is when I start learning a little more about life, right? I used to be a skinny kid who played League of Legends 10 hours a day because he had nothing going on in his life. And then he wanted to find the truth of the world. And he wanted to change his life. It started superficially. He wanted to get the attention. He wanted his ego to be recognized. He wanted to get into the best shape of his life, because he had role models occasionally in real life, but most of them came from anime and video games, as sad as it sounds. And it seems like I'm crazy speaking about this, but like, your mind is a powerful tool. You can change your reality based on what you perceive and what you put your attention to. So I hope this video, at the end of the day, gives you a wake-up call to actually take action. I hope you took notes. Otherwise, this was just a waste of time, and you're going to mentally masturbate on my motivational things that I'm saying. The passion coming out. Oh, you feel the passion, you feel the motivation. You're going to fuck up. You're just going to like do it for like a few days, and then you're just going to forget about this video, right? That wouldn't be the point of this video. The point of this video is to actually give you tangible steps to that path and to implement straight away. So what are you going to do after this? Ask yourself that. Immediately implement some cardio. Immediately get in more steps. After you eat your food, go on a 5-minute walk. Can you even do that? You got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run. You got to run before you jump. All right, I'm rambling now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I came off a bit aggressive, but I'll work on that a bit more if it's not receivable or packageable. But let this serve as a resource. Come back to this video, take notes again. It shouldn't be that long. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Hopefully that answered your question, Prod. And yeah, see you guys next time.